What's Crochet with Heidi YouTube channel. My name is Heidi. Welcome if you are a new one, and welcome back if you are a returning viewer. So my name is Heidi. This is episode number 24 and today is Monday 19th of May. A week ago I filmed a special episode about my crochet blankets, so if you haven't watched that already, please visit it. In that episode I will go through all my crochet blankets from the 15 years that I have been crocheting. And thank you already for those who have watched it. And just a reminder, in the last normal episode 22, I launched a giveaway about this Let's Crochet magazine. You have still 1 week time to participate to this, so please go and visit the episode 22 to learn more about this Let's Crochet magazine by Line Publishing. And if you are interested, please enter to the giveaway. Instructions you can find from that episode. So I have lots and lots to talk about you today because I had this film break in early spring, and I have some projects that you have not seen at all. So I want to show those to you, and I have one new project that I have started since last episode. So grab coffee or tea or your favorite drink and grab a craft project with you, and let's get started. Do you remember my flower project from beginning of this year? I made 2 of these crochet flower pots, and I have started another one, a little bit different. This is my second flower project. I have been crocheting these kind of tiny flowers with different kind of color. Of course, my favorites, all shades of pink, as you can see. I started to make these in March, but I have to confess I haven't much thought about this project in the last few months. I think I have about 20 flowers ready, but I don't know yet how to construct the flower pot with these flowers. I have few ideas, but not anything final, and I think I have to crochet the leaves first so that I can assemble the pot. But it's going to be really nice as soon as I can, and I have the inspiration to finish it. Now I have other priorities, so I don't know when you are going to see this project again, but these are really fast and lovely little flowers to crochet. I will put the link down below to the description box so that you can find the pattern if you want to make these tiny little flowers. But perhaps next time when you see it, I have the finished object in my hand. During April, I only knitted this one item, and it's this Cassie bolero. It's a design by Drops brand, and I wanted to make my own to my daughter's confirmation party that is in mid-June. So I started this project in the end of March and I was able to finish it beginning of May. And voila, it's here. As you can see, the yarn ends still needs to be weaved in, but it's finished. All the knitting and blocking has been done. The yarn that I am using in this project is 100% of merino. It's Lanakatto Maxi Soft yarn. It has 50 grams and 90 meters. I made size L, which was 96 cm bust size, and I used 4mm hooks, needles. And I used 7 balls of this yarn. I used every ball that I had because why not? This was really easy and nice project. Although April was a very difficult month for me, I had no inspiration to knit or crochet, so this was my only project that I made some progress during that month, and there were days, almost weeks, that I didn't do anything. But it's not this, the fault is not this project. It's the other stuff that happens in life. So, but I'm so happy that it is finished. I will put a picture here or video here about this when it was ready before the blocking. As you can see from the video clip, that it's quite tight and sturdy, you know, and the feel of the yarn was that it was sturdy and it didn't, you know, drape nicely. So I blocked it, and as it is a merino yarn tends to, you know, stretch a lot, and it did. But I didn't want to stretch that much, so I just, when it was wet, laying on the floor, I just, you know, pressed it a little bit together. But where is my notes? How do you say this? This garter stitch ribbing, although it's not a ribbing, but I don't know how else to describe it. The length of this garter stitch ribbing before blocking was 63 centimeters. And I just wanted to stretch it a little bit so that it would drape nicely when the bolero is on me. And in this second blocking, I stretched it until it was 70 centimeters. From 63 to 70. And this is a video clip of this bolero after the first blocking. And I didn't like it. Of course I liked it, but it didn't drape enough. So I blocked it again. And this time I just let it lay as stretched as it was. So this is now about 83 centimeters long, this garter stitch ribbing. So 20 centimeters more than in the finished object straight off the needles. 20 centimeters. And here is a video of this bolero after the second blocking. Now it's better. I like it. So it took 2 blocking but I like it. And it's amazing, this blocking process. I have been talking about it a lot in my episodes because I find it very tricky and a little bit terrifying also. Sometimes you don't want the garment to overgrow during blocking, which is a possibility because the weight of the fabric when it's wet, it will stretch. Some yarns stretch more than the another one. And I have learned that merino is very stretchy. But luckily in this project, it's a good thing that this garment stretched this much, because now it's more drapey, it's fits me perfectly, and voila. Thank God of blocking in this case. But yeah, I just have to weave in the ends, and then I have to, try it on with the dress that I was planning under it and see how it looks. But really happy about this project. Although April was a difficult month, but luckily I had this one project that kept me going. Yeah, super happy. And the yarn, I can recommend this yarn. It's really easy to work with, and if you need a project that you want to stretch during blocking, this Lanakatto is perfect yarn for that. One more thing about this Cassie bolero. The pattern was free, as drops patterns are. The yarn costs are the only costs for me of this project, so this was about 46 euros, this bolero. Of course, I didn't calculate my working hours because it's not relevant, because this is my hobby. So the cost of this bolero to me is the yarn purchase, which is 46 euros. So amazing bolero under 50 euros. After that Cassie bolero, I didn't know what to do. Of course, I have few whips that I could proceed with, but I was suffering this lost of inspiration. And 2 weeks ago, I grabbed my Stella Shawl. You have seen this in some of my episodes last year and beginning of this year. But I have this crochet along going on here in Finland about Stella Shawl. And the crochet along ends in end of June. Yes. But I have still yarn left to crochet. So 2 weeks ago, I decided now I have to make a progress with this shawl, although I didn't feel inspired at all. And I managed to do, let me, if I can find the marker. I managed to do a few rows. I managed to do this much. Not a great progress, but let's keep in mind that this is quite big already. As you can see, huge. So when you crochet one row, it takes like 30 minutes. So it's a slow progress. And yeah, last week I didn't touch this at all. But perhaps during this week, I think I have to make some progress, I think. And this is my second Stella Shawl. The first one I have done as a test crochet for Julme, who is the designer. My Square Hat from Instagram, if you want to check her out. So I test crocheted the first Stella for her 2019 maybe. So I was thinking that I might compare these two together, because my first Stella is a huge one. It's a huge shawl. And I was wondering, do I need another as big as the first one? So maybe I will leave this little bit smaller. But I think I will make a comparison between these two at some point. Yeah. But of course, because I am hosting the crochet along, I have to finish this in time. And I will. There is a lot of time until end of June. I have sorry. I have mentioned about this make along, which is happening here in Finland during this spring. It's a challenge where you make all your whips ready. And well, in the beginning of this year, I didn't have many whips ongoing. I had only 2 whips, which are ready already. But then I was inspired to go through my UFOs. And I found 5 UFO projects that I have, forgotten about. And I have done 3 of those already. They are finished. They are let me check to remind myself and you. This V-stitch scarf was the first UFO that I finished. Then I have finished this heart pouch, and then the latest one was this African flower pillowcase that I showed you in the episode 22, I think. And I have 2 to go. And 2 weeks ago, I decided to tackle the first of those 2 that are still UFOs. And this is a knitted dress. And this is what I have accomplished during 2 weeks ago. This is a pattern from this All Seasons Chunky collection. 12 patterns by Mary Valleen to Rowan Yarns. This is a project that I have started originally 2013, so quite a long time ago. And that in 2013 I made the front panel ready, and I had started the back panel, but after that I haven't touched it since. This is this pattern. Pattern name is Persephone. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Persephone. This kind of see-through dress with long sleeves. So I started to do this again. So I am frocking the pieces that I have done 2013, and I have started again. Back then I made size S, but now I am making the size M. And let me check my notes if there is something else that yeah. The yarn, of course, is all seasons chunky yarn. Do I have the label here? Where is the label? Just a moment. So the yarn is Rowan all seasons chunky, 100 grams, 85 meters, and this is, of course, just a minute, 60% of cotton and 40% of acrylic, this yarn. And I am using 7mm needles for the ripping, and this mesh stitch pattern is knitted with 9mm needles. And as a side note, I am using these wooden needles because I don't have metallic ones in these sizes, and I am not going to buy. But these are Addi needles. And what can I say? When you have been knitting with, you know, Chayaku's metallic needles for, let me think, 4 years maybe. So going back to wooden needles, it's terrible. Oh my god, it's terrible. But I will manage it because I'm not going to buy 7mm and 9mm metallic needles just for this project. Yeah, so I have, this is the front panel. Of course, this is made from bottom to up, and this has been on a break for a week now because I hit with a trouble or with a problem. The pattern says that now I have to make decreases in both in the beginning and the end of the row, but I don't understand how is it made. I just don't understand. So I am taking a break and maybe someday I understand how the decreases are done so that this mesh stitch stays the same. I don't know. And I am wondering, how have I known what to do back in 2013 and now I don't know? I have been knitting more now than back in then. So how is it possible that I have understand the pattern then, but I don't understand it now? Amazing. But I hope that I will came up with the solution someday, because I have now started this, so it would be really nice to continue with this project. Yeah, but this is one of the UFO projects that I have promised to myself to be ready end of June. But it's not a must, you know, because it's just in my head. So if this is not ready end of June, it's fine. But yeah, really it would be a really nice project if I could just understand how to do the decreases. Maybe I just have to go to a knit meeting or somewhere to ask some help, because it's annoying when you don't understand something. And usually it happens when you go to ask some help and you are, explaining the situation to another person, then the light bulb lights up in your head like, oh, now I understand. So I just think I have to find someone to whom I can explain my problem. But hoping to get back to that project really soon. As I have told you, I have been suffering from lost inspiration. And in beginning of last week, I realized that previously the cure for my lost inspiration is to make an amigurumi. Thank God for amigurumis. And voila, I started a new amigurumi and I just can feel how the inspiration is coming back to me. And I have lots and lots of ideas and projects that I want to make. And I just love this feeling. And so, about the amigurumi that I started last week, I am making this bunny. It's a Ragdoll Bunny by Spin a Yarn Crochet. I just love her designs. She has this unique way of making amigurumis. They are made from pieces and sewn in together. They are not made in this traditional way of, making in a round. So I have been really, how do you say it? Ahkera. I have been really excited about this project, and I have done all the body pieces. So here is the body. I have this pink skirt, and this is of course the bunny's body. And here is the second piece. And then I have ears. I just love these. And then I have the legs already stuffed and everything. And last night I was able to finish the arms. So happy. The yarn that I am using is from my stash. This is Drops Muscat. And this gray yarn is Finnish brand called Kaupunkilanka. And soon I noticed that these are, different weight yarns. So I added Dropskid silk to this gray yarn so that I got this furry texture for the bunny. Just awesome. I love it. I love it. And now I just have to make the applique pieces and attach them to this body so that I can start to assemble this. Really excited and so happy that amigurumi is my way back to inspiration. I don't know what it is. Is it this single crochet stitch? The basic, I like to say back to basics. When I'm lost of inspiration or crochet, back to basics seems to be the solution for me. So back to basics means means for me amigurumi or single crochet stitch, and maybe, and I mean by the back to basics is for me the this is so difficult. Single crochet stitches, amigurumis is my back to basics. It's my, you know, the birth of crochet mania back in 15 years ago when I made 2 amigurumis for my sons. I didn't know back then that it will lead to this crochet mania or YouTubing, but it was the beginning of my crochet journey. And when I start to make amigurumis, perhaps something, you know, wakes inside of me, the feeling that I had 15 years ago. I don't know. But so happy. What is yours? What is your cure when you have lost your inspiration? Do you have a specific stitch or pattern? Do you make socks or do you make granny squares? What is your back to basics method, you know? I would love to hear. Please tell me in the description box below. Yeah, mine is amigurumi. But yeah, I hope to finish this during this week, because only thing I have to do is make some applique, I don't know how to pronounce it, applique pieces, and, you know, attach all the pieces together. Yes, really loving this project. I think that was all for this episode. Just to remind you, please visit the episode 2022 if you want to participate this Let's Crochet giveaway. And in that episode I am also going through all the patterns that are in this magazine. There is 17 patterns from different designers. And one more thing, if you liked my crochet blankets special episode, is there something else that you would like to see? All my amigurumis, all my pillows, all my pouches, all my bags, all my shawls, all my accessories, you know. Please let me know if you want to see. Of course, I have been crocheting 15 years, so I have lots and lots of things that I could show you. But if you have something special in your mind, please let me know, and maybe I will film a new special episode for you someday. And about the future, at the moment I'm in a life situation where I have lots of time on my hands and I think I am able to film more often, and I am hoping to, you know, film an episode to you once a week. Of course, this is not a promise, but I wish that I can film a new episode to you once a week. And I think it will be like this Mondays that I filmed this on Monday morning, and I will publish it during Monday. So let's see how this works. So I hope to see you next Monday. Ooh, is that a promise or not? Yeah, but so nice that you have found this channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And of course, thumbs up and comments are also most welcome. I wish you a lovely week. Here in Finland, we are having a little bit warm at this moment. The spring has been so cold, but at the moment I think there's almost 20 degrees, which is really nice. I think I have to go to a walk as soon as I have edited this material for you. But yeah, we are heading for summer. This is great. See you next time. Bye bye.